We're working on a game called Chronicles of Virtue. In this game, you play as Arya and her team in a world that has just been introduced to magic. So as you go through there, you'll be learning magic, but so will the enemies. Today, we're working on viewer spells. So the spell we're going to work on today is called Swift Strike. I'm going to tweak it a little bit, but essentially we're going to have where you kind of go through the full sequence of attack, end with some kind of pushback or effect there. So ultimately, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to change. I changed up some of my audio settings, so excuse me real quick while I work on this real fast. I just got to take this input and not monitor it. Okay. All right. So here we go. Very good. So this is what this kind of looks like right now. Whenever you attack, kind of the key thing to kind of go through here. Let's see if I can demonstrate. So this is going to be similar to my, let's see, which attack is it? Not a dark spell. Is it a lightning? Nope. I do have a, is it? It's gonna be water. Yeah. It's gonna be similar to Rain Dance here. Ultimately, I don't know if I'll be able to finish it because it is hard to get this sequence 100%. But so the way this works is essentially you go through. This game has kind of quick time events here, right? To try to hit. And as you do this, you apply these Rain Dance marks, which seem a little broken. We'll work on that. Now I'm late. So ultimately, if you get them all, you deal some extra damage, and ultimately, you would. I haven't implemented this part yet, but I will today, I think. In this elemental map you see in the top right up here, you would have it go all the way to the water side, which make all of your water attacks stronger, and you'll trigger some rain. So today we're doing one for wind. It'll be kind of similar, but wind. So with that, first thing I'm going to do is figure out why why my particles didn't play there. So let me take a look there. I'm going to drag this over to this other screen. Let me pull it back up. Godot. And let me ultimately just hide this window real quick. All right, so the one thing that's cool about Godot here is you can go to these remote screens so we can look at what's going on in the background. So if I attack Garrick, we should see status effects get populated. If I do this again on him, he may end up dying, but that's okay. Okay, so let me get like a couple hits real quick on him, just so I can see that populate. All right, so yeah, so we see that, right? So I have these rain dance marks. They don't have particles. So what I'm guessing is going on is I had detached the particle effects. So let me reattach those. Pretty easy to find. If I just go back here and go to, let me turn this back on. I'll go ahead and close this. Let me go down to my rain dance mark status effect. Let's see here. All right. Down here. Yeah, these particle effects got turned off. Man, okay, let me go see what's going on there. Remove that. All right, let's go open up. The way this works, I have essentially Excel files, right, that just have all of the spell data. That way we can quickly add new spells. We need to add our new one anyway, so let's go ahead and pull that up. And what we'll do is we'll import it, get everything ready like how we think it is, and we'll fix that one as we go along too. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Just a moment. Gotta find it. Here you go. So I got two. I have one for the magic spell itself and one for the status effects. There's the magic one. And there's the status effects. Okay, so let's look at Rain Dance. Oh, I don't have the art even called out here. Interesting. Okay. Death mark, blood bond. Okay. Well, let's call that art out. I guess I added it without adding it to this sheet. It's fine. We can fix that. So let me go grab. Let's go grab the file path. Should be pretty easy here. We just come up here to our magic in the art folder and right here. So I'm gonna copy the path here and then we'll go back to my status effect sheet here. Let's see. So it's not coming up. Let me see. Got the magic one. Let me make sure. We gotta watch the captivating Excel content. 1 second. I probably have it hidden for some reason. Oh, let me just make a new window. I'm not sure where it's at. It's all right. All right. Window capture. There it is. Amazing Excel content. Okay, so what I'll have to do here, the way this is programmed, I just have to put this in here. I can have multiple, right? That's why it's an array. I can actually put multiple, but right now I just have one here. And that's it. That is all there is to it. So pretty straightforward. That should fix the rain dance issue. I do need to add the new one for, actually, let me make sure it's on the right one. On set rain dance? No, on rain dance mark is where I want to add that. So let's move those up to there. And let me go back to here and re-import that. Let's see, set rain dance mark, and rain dance mark is really the one. I think I'm actually good. I think I already hit it. It's importing the thing right now. Let's see. So let's go to my script here. So this is how this works. Hey, Tamatani. How's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Let's see. So we're running that. Shouldn't take too long. You'll have to let me know sound-wise if I changed some things up. I'm no longer running my music through Ableton and expanded a little bit. So let me know if it works out. I kind of listened, right? Like I can kind of hear a monitor and kind of get a sense, but it's it's hard to do. So all right, let's see. So rain dance mark. Okay, those imported now. So let's look at this now and make sure that's working. And I gotta think about what I want the lightning one to look like, or the wind one to look like. I'll probably do like little tornado, maybe just wind blowing, right? And then as you add more wind at the end, if you finish it, it gets a good gust. Nice. Well, glad to hear it. Yeah. Good deal. I did see what you were talking about the, what is it, active display, whatever it is in Discord. Glad to hear you're making good progress. So I kind of changed some things up from last time. I really modified the way I'm doing rain. And I think it turned out pretty decent. So it's coming along. Ultimately, really glad, excited to see your game when you make some good progress. Feel free to post some screenshots if you're interested in that in the Discord. All right, so I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna try to get all the way through to the end, but okay, yep. So the particles are working now, which is great. All right, and too early. Okay, that's good though. All right, cool. So that works. I can't remember. I can't actually remember what this does when it ends. I have it written down, but I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check what this script says to do when it disappears. Maybe nothing, which is fine. Yeah, it just deletes. That's okay. It just does more. That's right. It does more damage progressively. Okay. So what I need to do though now is, let's see. Let's go ahead and add this next part in. I will probably use explosion mark and explosion mark set as my starting points because they already have things that happen when they end. Essentially, when explosion mark ends, it blows up. So in this case, what's going to happen is when it ends, it's going to push you back. So let's see. I'm going to duplicate these two things. We're going to call it Swift Strike Mark. And here's what we're doing today, by the way. Casey had recommended a spell called Swift Strike, so we're implementing that today. It should be a pretty good spell. It'll be something similar to that. It won't be exactly that, but Swift Strike Mark set. Okay, and so here's what I have to do. Those are not fire. Let me go ahead and create a folder. They're wind. And this is pretty modular. I need a modular emote or something. I say modular a lot. It's pretty modular though. It's pretty easy to add spells, which is kind of what I was going for. First thing I got to do is add the spell here. So I'll just add it to the end. I'll just grab this one. I will say Swift Strike. Swift Strike. That's good. That's good. What is that column? Oh, damage. Yeah, no, we're good. This is gonna be wind dot resource. Is it air or wind? I think it's air. Yeah, air. Let's see. Attack range 1, 0. That's good. Sword. This is gonna be set. Actually, it needs to be set. Swift Strike Mark. I need to go update my resource. All right. Set Swift Strike Mark. I guess these are fine. These are not what they get referenced, like what gets referenced. What gets referenced are my statuses. So what I'll do is I'll take a screen grab. You won't be able to see me grabbing a screen grab, but I am. Just for reference, I'll throw it over here. Let me hide. Not that. We're gonna hide that. Okay. So now what I'll do here is I have that. I'm going to open up my status. Let me go ahead and close this. So we're done there. Let me open up the status CSV, top tier format of Excel file. If you're reading from it, not for modifying. Okay. I'm going to take these, paste them. And we're not going to have explosion mark. We're going to have Swift Strike Mark and set Swift Strike Mark. Okay. Mark attack. Yeah. Swift Strike. What did I say? Explosion mark? Yeah, so. And Swift set. Swift Strike Mark. These are going to be air, not fire. Everything else I think is the same as explosion, except for on end. So I have on end damage. Oh, interesting. I gotta think. Hold up. Did I copy the right stuff over? My rows, I think, are somewhat messed up. No, they're okay. Yeah, they're okay. 100's good. Okay, so that's on touch. What was it? On touch accuracy. All right, so we're gonna go delete that. On end damage, no. Let me grab the file path for the air here. Copy path. All right. I think that was this one. Oh, that's Blood Bond. Swift Strike. Okay, this is Mark, and then the set is underneath it. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I think that's, I mean, it's got to be right. So what I would do is just set this as okay. All right. I mean, that's right. Set. Swift strike mark set. And this one will be swift strike mark. Okay. I think that's good. Oh, you know what? That's the on end particles. I don't want on end particles. I want these to be here and these to be here. What do these set look like? I guess that makes sense. I don't think this makes sense. I actually think I just need one of these. So I think I just want this. I don't think I want the set thing. Because the set thing is because the fire has like little things floating around, right? And then at the end, oh, no, actually that's exactly what I want to happen. At the end, I'm going to have like this big gust of wind come in, right? To take them out. So that is correct. Okay. Should be just like explosion. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll have it do like some damage at the end. It doesn't need to do as much of an explosion, but maybe it can do some amount of damage at the end. Probably. Okay, on touch effect. This will not be explosion mark. It'll be swift strike mark dot TRES. All right, I think that does it. That looks pretty good. So I can save that. That should be an easy enough import. Okay, let's go back here. So after that, what do I got here? I have these. What I need to do is go design these, like what they actually look like. For now, what I'm going to do is, let's see what these look like right now. Explosion effect, we'll say swift strike effect. I'm actually just going to call it swift strike mark. What does this look like? Fire. It's probably not what it needs to look like. It probably needs to be... Actually, I probably want to use like one of them from probably something similar to my death mark, except like, which is just this, really simple. Just these little floating purple things. So let's go ahead, and what I'll do is I'll grab these settings. I wonder if I can replace it. Probably not. Let's see. I want the script, I think. Like that's what I'm getting out of this, which really isn't a lot. Maybe I should go ahead and don't save swift strike mark. Let's delete swift strike mark and start with something better. Okay, so actually swift strike mark set is the one. Let's see what that looks like. This might actually be okay. Yeah, this is okay. Okay, maybe I don't need to delete anything. I just need to replace, I need to create some kind of wind. Because this is what this looks like. Which is fine. It just needs to be gray instead of red, right? So, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and, you can't see it because of the window issue. That's okay. So ultimately, yeah, I'm just going to, this particle thing here, I'm going to make it unique to this, this instance here. I'm going to go just change the color of it. Should be pretty easy. Ooh, actually, I think let's change it over down in the material here. Okay, color here. We're gonna go with some kind of, let's see, let's start with white. Which kind of looks good. That looks pretty good if I can make that outline a little bit more like gray. That's not bad. Where is the red coming from? I kind of like that color, but where is the red coming from? Let's see. Down here there should be a thunder vertex color. Yes. Okay, yeah, the red's just there. I am not sure where it's coming from though. Okay, so it's coming from this. The red was just way overawed. Let's think. What is kind of a, let's see if we make this a little bit gray. The goal is to kind of make this look like wind. Maybe just a little tiny bit gray. Something like that's pretty good. I don't like how, oops, sorry about that. That was probably loud and annoying. Let me tighten that so that doesn't happen again. I don't like how geometric it is. Let's see if I can smooth it out some. Let's see. So the way I could do that is potentially change this. And then let me go down to trails down here. Okay, I have particle trails on. Let's turn the tail up on this particle trail. No, that looks really not good. Let's see. If I do turn the sections up, yeah, that doesn't look great. But it just needs to be smoother. So what if I turn the section length down? Nope. If I turn the number of segments up, does that make it smoother? It does not. No, not that either. Well, I guess I could turn the length down here. Dang, particles. I probably need to, let's see, what is this type? It's like a ribbon trail. What I could maybe do is replace it with a tube trail. Let me do something real quick. Let me turn off the alpha curve. Is that that's not even driving it. Let's see what's driving this. Where it fades in and out. Is it scale? Yes. To make this constant. So let's get rid of the scale curve for a second. That's not even doing it. What is driving this to fade in and out? Very interesting. Okay, let's do this for a second. Let's see here. I probably can add some more to these and it'll probably make it look a little more like wind. But it's for sure fading in and out all over the place. So let's do this for a second and see what I have going on that's making it fade in and out. Looking for some kind of curve, right? Like some kind of curve or something is making it fade in and out. I'm gonna get this pop filter out of my way. The little arm on it is making it hard to see. We'll get rid of that. Well, it's not that. Let me see if there's a weird bounding box. I guess there kind of is. What if I make this like 20? But What this allows you to see like how much of this you're gonna see. So if you're outside of it, it gets kind of weird. It could be the lifetime. Like it's already at 3 seconds, right? So like if I have 1, it should last a long time, but see how it's kind of like fading in and out? And I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what's driving that. But that's a good thought. Maybe there's just something weird going on. Yeah, I don't think it's that. Oops. So let's see if we can find. I think there's got to be some kind of curve that I'm just not seeing. I thought like it'd be alpha curve, right? Which would make sense. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not it. Excuse me, sorry about that. I thought maybe it was velocity curve, right? But the problem is it's somewhere. Probably real tight in. That's probably it. I just lose it. So what does this curve look like? You know, it could be. What if I do reset these? There we go. Okay. So it's because I'm holding, I guess it's because I was holding one of the, okay, so let's go with this. Maybe not. Okay, it could just be culling it, right? Like I'm seeing the back of it and then it culls it. So let me try turning that off. That would be down here in cull mode disabled. There we go. Okay. That's what was happening. It was getting culled when it would go to the back, when you'd see the back of it. Okay, I kind of like this, honestly. Let's go to 1 and see what that looks like. Okay, the reason I like this, and let me, when I add more of them, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and save real quick. Let me go ahead and, oh, I didn't add the spell. I need to add the spell to my character. So I need the character to know the spell. I will go teach this spell to my character real quick. All right. So let me go ahead and I think I can do it live. I read my stats page pretty often. So yeah, I think I can learn live. So you guys can hang out here. That's a good promo shot. Let me move this over to the screen though. And I'm going to just go teach this to my character live. So the way I do this is I pull up stats page. You can see it on the side right here. Right here are all the spells that Arya knows. I'm going to teach Arya. This is going to be Swift Strike. Let's teach it. Swift Strike. And what I'll do is I also have an Excel sheet for character sheets. So I'll add that there too. For now though, that works. Okay, so I do have to do something. Let's see if I just learned it. It might crash. Air. Yeah, it just crashed. Because it loaded all the known spells ahead of time. Oh, I also didn't import the spells. Let's go import the spells. That's probably pretty important. All right. Cool. So let's go ahead and first we're going to do status effects. I have to do status effects first. We'll go ahead and run that. We'll let that load for a second. It's just going to go through that Excel sheet and grab all of the status effects. We can confirm in here. That set swift strike mark is here, and swift strike mark is here. And let's make sure they got there. So it's gonna end in fire, like explosion, but that's okay. And then this should have, this did not get its particle effects. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. No, it's actually good. So this is good. That's exactly what needs to happen. Okay. So then I need to teach, or I guess import the spell itself, which is here. It's gonna take a little bit longer, not too long though. Well, let's see. Sorry if you guys can hear that noise in the background. I'm getting Teams messages. Okay, so let's make sure Swift Strike, yes, is here. Let's rerun this. Let's see what happens. What this should happen is every time I get a hit in, right? Because the attack system, when I use this, it's going to go into the attack system. It's going to just start hit them, right? That's what I need to tell them. They're trying to get a software build out so we can run Qual over the weekend, but it's we were pretty set earlier. It's good. They're working pretty hard right now. We got our stuff in a few hours ago, so now we're just waiting on them to finish their stuff up. But it's coming along. Okay. Swift Strike. Let's see what happens here. All right. All right, so you see that kind of wind stuff kind of flying around him? I need to, it doesn't quite look like wind, so I need to do some modifications. All right, we got full, and then it's going to blow up. But what's really gonna happen is I'm gonna have a, and then he came back to life because of some glitch. I think when he blew up, it put him into another, I gotta think that through. What happened was he blew up and he went back into a damage animation, and so it made him come back to life in a interesting way. So okay, that worked pretty well though. Let's make that look better, because I do not like how this looks. It's not quite this smooth, and the little trail thing, I think I don't like the texture. So let's go clear that texture. I won't have a texture, which I think is fine for wind. Wind doesn't need texture. So let's just clear this. That's beautiful. Okay, I don't want a cylinder either. What I can probably just do ribbon trail. Mesh, but then I would probably need a texture on it, which I don't want. Unless, let me see what happens if I do add a curve here. And let's take it down pretty low. See, that stays kind of like this, right? It stays facing vertically. What I want it to do is, I have to think of a shape, right? That's where I guess the texture comes into play. Maybe I just need to smooth the texture out and move it to the front. So like right now that texture thing's at the back. Why? Because that could look good if it was at the front and that other part was trailing. Or if the texture was smaller, maybe that would look fine. Let's see if I can just make the texture smaller. Don't use point size. What, fixed size? Oh, don't do that either. Let's see. So it's just a material override. So that does make the texture smaller. Okay. That's probably too subtle. That's not bad. I might double this so that every time there's 2 going. Okay, that might end up being a little bit smoother here. Cool. I think that's looking pretty good. Let's see it in context. For the fire thing, for the air, like the last gust, I probably need to go draw up something that looks like a gust of wind. Maybe not. Maybe I can have like some sort of, like when I attack, some sort of like tornado type thing comes out. I think I just want like this big gust of wind though to kind of come out of the sky and push you back. I think that would work pretty well. Let's find out. I'm hoping this looks good though. I think it will, because I think as you add more, I also need to like add wind effects, right? Like one thing I can do is control how the rain is like impacted by the wind. If it's blowing really hard, it can be raining kind of sideways or more sideways. So I can do a lot there with the wind as well, and I will. Like that's part of the plan today, is kind of work out how that looks and what that works like. Okay, so let's see. Air, Swift Strike. All right, let's see this. So I mean, it's definitely kind of like wind coming around him or something going around him. Like I wouldn't call it wind, right? So it's hard to. It didn't look like wind is the only problem. And I don't know if maybe I just need more of these. Like maybe that's better and it'll get a whole lot more. Probably also, I need to go a little slower, I think. Yeah, I don't think more is the answer. I think 2 is good. I think I need to move a little slower. So let's go down to velocity and see. The only problem with making it move slower is I think that I might lose some. I might go flying like out. I don't know if it'll stay on the same path. Oh, that's okay though. Okay, that's starting to look good. I do need it to be a little bigger, but I do like what that looks like. And maybe I do want more than that. Right, and then you'll keep adding more and more and more particles. And let me turn some randomness on here. See if that, what I kind of want is some randomness in the velocity. Let's see, is there a velocity randomness? I can change this 0.9 to 1.1. Yeah, that's starting to look pretty good. Loop-de-loops. Yeah. I'm going for like a wind type look. That's starting to look better. I like it's going a little slower. Let me see if I can figure out. One thing I kind of want is for the radius of the circles to kind of go up and down. This I think can stay. No, definitely not. It looks much better going slow. Something like that. What if I do like a whole lot? Like, what if I do like 100 of these? I do think that's better. Yeah, okay, I got you. Turbulence. Yeah, thanks. That makes sense. So I need some sort of turbulence. I get what you're saying now. I do like this. That wind kind of looks sharp. But yeah, it needs to do like loop-de-loops, and it needs to have a little bit of randomness on. What if I turn turbulence on? It might just go crazy, because... Okay, that's not bad. Actually, I like that. I like that quite a bit. Ooh. I should, yeah. Sharknado in this game would be great. That's pretty good though. Let's see what that looks like when I stack them. I do like that. This might end up looking really sweet. It would definitely look like it tears you up a little bit. Kind of look like wind knives, which maybe if it looks like this, maybe pushing you back isn't the right thing. It probably is. I can probably make it deal more damage with every hit as well, like kind of like Rain Dance does. The way Rain Dance does it is just every hit, you get more and more of like a water vortex, which I probably should go add turbulence to that too, because I really like the way this looks with turbulence. Let's check. Man, Sharknado would be such a good addition to this game. Let's see. So let's see what this looks like here. I don't see multiple, I just see one. They should have several on them right now, but I'm only seeing one. I mean, that looks good. But why is there only one getting put on him? It should every single time I hit, it should place another one. Huh. Unless they're in sync, which they could be, which would be really unfortunate. Let me do this. I can make them stay by coming in here and doing my Swift Strike mark and setting the duration to like 10. That'll make them persist. I could rotate it. Yeah, that might help. I'm wondering if like the turbulence uses like system time or something to be turbulent. And so it's all the particles are matching up 1-to-1, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set it, and then we should be able to change the parameters live, and I'll see if I can get it to rotate. I'm not sure what, because yeah, like the starting base of it, right? Like there's a obvious spot where the wind is starting, and if we can change that a little bit, it'll be good. Oh shoot, I cast the wrong spell. I mean, that's okay. What it does mean is I'm just going to deal a ridiculous amount of damage. That's okay. Now my sword glows. So that's a positive. It's going to look cooler in screenshots. Just for content. Let's see. Air. Swift Strike. Yeah, I just dealt a crazy amount of damage. That's okay. It's still going to be there. Yeah, there should be multiple of these little marks. Well, when they're dead, it might not apply it. But okay, I'm going to set this over here. So you can kind of see them. So now what I need to do, first let me check. I'm just going to check his screen. So I'll move this out of the way real quick. So you can see. Look up in the top right. This is my remote screen up here. And you can't really see it because let me do this real quick so you can see it. One moment. Okay, so you see this? These are all the status effects. There's only one. Interesting. Why is there only one status effect here? I definitely hit him multiple times. Well, maybe he died before I did. Okay, let me do this real quick. Let me go to him. And I'm going to change him from unconscious to conscious. Real quick. Oh man, he's just dying again because he needs more health. His health is 0. Let me turn his current health to something that's not 0 first. Here, let me move this so you can see what I'm doing again. So I can change all their stats just right here, which is nice. I'm just looking for current health. Current health, 100. And let me turn him not unconscious. Okay, so that's good. He's no longer unconscious. Let me turn his... Let me actually give him like 10,000 health just so he doesn't die. I can control D to duplicate, but I want it to do it systematically, right? Okay, so let's see. What I can do now is let's go ahead and cast my spell again. He's gonna lay on the ground until I attack him, but that's all right. Okay. So now I should add one of these with every hit. I'm on this little side monitor over here, so it might be hard to get the timing exactly right. We'll see. Yeah. Oh, actually, that was a glitch. Let's exit this. The game gets a little glitchy when you like hot swap code and assets and things. So yeah, but yeah, the idea is every time I hit, it should duplicate it. But I'll go ahead and just buff his attack or his health first, and then it should be fine. Trying to think of why there I got a repeat action. I think I got the repeat action because of lag. Right now, for some reason, if I lag, well, not for some reason, it's because the animation finishes before, and it's out of sync to the little thing that's spinning on the screen. I think I can fix that by tying that to the frame rate, but we're not quite there yet. So let me real quick just increase his health. You can see it off on the side there. Gonna give him a lot of health, like 10,000 health. Oh shoot. Oh, it's resetting back to 100 because his character sheet needs updated, which is fine. Okay. Let's see if that did it. Okay, yep. Now I can just set his current health to 10,000 as well. 9999 is fine. Then I won't kill him. I have it, yeah, so I reset up this, let me turn that down. I wasn't sure how it was coming through. All right, is that better? I have a sidechain on so you can actually hear me when I'm talking. It's not supposed to get that loud though. How is that? Is that better? Let's see. Okay, so now I should have plenty of health. Let's pull this over here. Cool. So let's go. Whoa. Some lag there. All right, let's go ahead and do the Swift Strike here. Okay, so every time I hit, it should kind of stack the particles. Yeah, I have a monitor, right? Like I can hear what happens with the music, but it's so hard to gauge when you're just like here, right? The relative volumes. All right, and those should stick around, but you see how they aren't stacking? There should be multiple versions, like multiple instances. I think there are, but I think that for some reason, like the turbulence has them like perfectly in sync. Like it looks decent. But let's put this over here real quick. Let me make this a little smaller. All right, so up in the top right, you can see I have 4 of these particles. But yeah, I'm guessing the turbulence is based on like system time or something. I'm going to see if I can get it to be a little bit more random. It shouldn't be that set, right? Like if I have multiple of these on top of each other, I mean, it looks cool, but it's not quite like I want it to look like just like this furious storm of air around him. I do like it though. It's kind of interesting. All right, so what I can do here is let me go look at process material. Am I still in remote? Yes, I want to go local. Okay. So let me go look at the turbulence here. No strength, no speed. Influence. Yeah, I agree. Let me see if I can get them to rotate. That's a great idea. So then they'd be a little bit off each other. I think radial velocity would probably get me there. Okay, so that's... Here, let me do this. Let me close this out so you can see this. Okay, there's the problem. Is kind of... The only problem is when it spins faster, because these are based... Like, there's physics that's driving these particles, right? When it spins faster, the centripetal force kind of pushes it out. So I've got to think... I gotta see if I can find one of these that would spin the kind of point there. I think angular velocity does nothing. What if I do have an initial velocity? That kind of takes it up. What about more spread? No. What is that even doing here? Oh, you know, yeah, that's a great idea. So you're saying just like, yeah, some code that just basically rotates the object around. That's a great idea. I think that's pretty easy. All I'd have to do is say, so copy the property path here. I could say rotation equals rotation plus 1. Well, I guess I need plus vector 3, 0, 1, 0. Because I can go higher than 360. That's no problem, right? Yes. So let's try that. It should rotate pretty slowly. That was a good idea. Man. I don't know why I didn't go straight to code. Let's see if that fixes that. Let's see what happens. All right. So well, it's spinning way too fast, right? But other than that, right idea. So I can go. That's crazy. Okay. Interesting. Also, I'm not sure why it's getting so tall all of a sudden, because that should have zero impact on that, right? So that's weird, but I can go edit this code live. So maybe like 0.1. It kind of looks fine though. I mean, that looks pretty good. That's such a good idea. All right. Let me see if I can edit the. Did I edit something in the turbulence? It started getting crazy. I don't think so. Yeah, if I made like 20 of them and added sharks, that'd be it here. That's a pretty good looking tornado. Honestly. Not bad. Not bad looking tornado if I just add a whole lot more. Let me show you my other tornado. All right, so that's going to go away. Here's what I currently have as my tornado spell. Which I'm quickly liking that a whole lot more. So, but I'll cast tornado on all of us real quick and we can look at it. I mean, I guess those still do look pretty good. I'm not sure which I like better. They both have their place. I do like those though. I do want to do more of them, I think. Like 100 doesn't look dangerous, right? But 1000 might. All right, let's okay, let's do this. Let's go set the spell's duration. Base duration back to 0. Hey, White Boss Gamer, doing well. How you doing? I'm working on some viewer spells today. So Casey had the Swift Strike, working on it. Let's reset this and take a look. I think that looks pretty good though. All right. Yeah. Sorry. Streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So Twitch, say hi to YouTube. YouTube, say hi to Twitch. I don't have YouTube's chat on the screen. I used to. I may end up putting it back. I don't know. Unsure. All right, let's look at what this looks like. It is technically against Twitch terms of service to put YouTube's chat on the screen. Not that I'm that worried about it, but you know. All right. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Not the fire. No, glad you're doing good, White Boss Gamer. Okay. So the fire, obviously the fire is not what I'm going for. Thing keeps loosening up, but yeah, the wind looks really good. I'm pretty happy with that. So let me do this next one then, which is, let's go up here. I'll probably duplicate, do something similar, just have a different path. So let's see, is this the one I'm currently working on? Yes. So now I need to open this one. Let's go ahead and delete this, because I don't really care to have the fire. I think that does nothing for me. But let's duplicate that. I will have to go reset. No, I don't, because it's good. It's all based on location and text. So I don't have to go reset my stat because it references a location, not an object. Okay, so then what I'll do is go back here. So instead of rotating around like this, like having an orbital velocity, what I'll do is have it kind of flow through. So like just an initial velocity in a certain direction. Let's see. It's interesting. Oh, you know what I could also do? Let's, before I do that real quick, I just had an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea. It's an interesting idea. Oh shoot, I'm modifying the wrong one. Let's put that back where it was. All right, is that it? So instead of having a point, what if I had a sphere? I think the point is better. I think this is just too disjoint. I think the point helps it look more stylized, which is for sure what we're going for. I probably could. I think that looks better. Yeah, stylized is good. Okay, then on this one. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Oh, good idea. Bad idea. Good idea. I agree with you. Playing catch with your grandpa is a good idea. Playing catch with your grandpa, bad idea. I like it. So this then I want to put, let's see, let's start it like the start point, put like up here. And then instead of that, what I want to do, and actually that might be okay. I think what I want to do is at the end of it, let's see here. First off, let's make these unique. I don't want to be modifying one and modifying the other at the same time. Okay. And then let's go in here. Orbital velocity, this curve. What I want to do is add a little thing right here. Take it down to 0 at the 0.75 mark. So what I'm trying to do is kind of get it to like wrap around and then just push through the guy, right? So 0.75 mark. Take it down to 0. 0.75 mark. Take it down to 0. Not quite like that. Yeah, very much tornado. Which the tornado part's good. But I want it after, so the other one is the tornado. This is like after the spell ends, I want it to sweep through the person, right? So maybe I don't have a curve on here at all. Kind of looks a little trippy. I think I want... let's see. I want my spawn velocity to be -10 and in the X direction, negative X direction. Okay. Spread. I want the spread to be like... Okay, we're getting closer. I mean, that's starting to look like wind. It gets a little bit too floaty. Also, let me come back here and put that spread back to 45, because I do think that'll look a little bit better just while we're doing this. Yeah, it just opens up a little more. I like it. Much better. Okay. Okay, back to this. Okay, so this is close. Let's make this a one-shot. So ultimately it will like spray, kind of shoot some air and then disappear. But it needs to stay that fast. I got to see where the curves are and delete them. The radial velocity. Accelerations. Turbulence. Yeah, I don't want turbulence on this one. too much spread. So let's go like 15 degrees on the spread. And let's go like 10,000 particles. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's run it. Let's see what it looks like. It looks like air. I mean, that's pretty cool. I think it looks like wind, kind of stylized wind. I think it matches the style of the game. I kind of like these tornadoes better than the tornadoes I have for my tornado spell. I might have to go back and update because they do look pretty good. All right, let's see what happens. All right. Let's see. Air, swift strike. Oh yeah, for sure. The rotate is absolutely the magic on there. It looks so good. Good call. Oh, that's... Okay. That's not the magic though. I didn't never... Okay, so on this one, I don't want the rotate. So I don't want rotation on that one. Other than that, was it okay? I don't think it was okay. I think it might be facing the wrong way. Let's try it. Yeah, that was ridiculous. That looked wild. All right, we're gonna try this again. And they got software out. So... good news all around. Cool. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it kind of looks like an invisible fire hose. It almost looks like water. I might have to think about that. It definitely should look like air. It might need to be like a little bit more floaty, but I think this is the right idea. But let's see. I don't think it's going to be facing the right direction, which is a problem. I think it's going to be facing like opposite, but we'll see. Ah, shoot. Ah, dang it. I turned off the rotation. I'll turn... Okay, so they use two different scripts. Or they use the same script. They need to use two different scripts. So I'll go update that. And it looks super good, though. I mean, it looks great. Okay. It totally looks like a fire hose. It needs to be a little tighter. All right, we'll get this. Okay, so first off, put this back in the script. Copy this because I need that function. Copy it. Erase, detach this script. Add a new script with no rotation. Okay. Fix the rotation issue. That should be good. Now, this needs to be more flowy. Okay, so I think I do want a smaller spread here. And actually, what I can do, I think, on this radial accel, is the radial accel the right one? No, radial orbital velocity. Actually, 0.9 to 1.1 is probably good. I think I do want some curves. Not like that, though. What I probably want, let's set all of these to 0. Okay. Sorry for the imagery here. All right. It's the wind in this fight. I like it. All right, so what I think I want to do is there. Hey, that's fire hose. And actually, I want to reset this back to 0. Rotate it. Let me see. I need to rotate it this way. 90 degrees. Dude, I could do Fireman Sim. I could for sure. Something like this is basically what I'm thinking. It doesn't need to be that extreme. Ugh. So basically, I have this big gust of wind that kind of blows. Something like that. I think that's not bad. It's okay, wind. You're a good wind. I agree. I agree. Big fan of this wind. It's doing a great job. You're right. I shouldn't be so rude to it. Okay. That's getting pretty close. All right, that's starting to look like wind, and a really strong one. Let me see if I can take this. Maybe not quite like that. Yeah, I don't want it looping back under necessarily. What I can do is just have this like this. And then I can come up to like my Y curve. There you go. I think that works. mean, I think that looks like wind. Okay, let's see it in context. I think that looks pretty good though. It kind of looks like a wave. I do like this setup. Like, I feel like water, like my water spells, my wind spells, obviously. I probably will end up redoing them with this set of particle effects because they're looking pretty good. I am getting better with particles. They're hard, honestly. I think it's hard. It's just a learning curve, right? To kind of know how to manipulate stuff, and I'm still not good at it at all. But I'm getting there. I did the rain. I think I learned a lot. I think from doing the rain, which is good. Okay, so all right, window. Let's see it. Window. All right. Let's see what this looks like. Got the spin back. All right. Let's see what happens. Okay, maybe it's not on one shot. Okay, maybe a little too intense. I'm not sure. That's not bad. Like, it comes up from underneath you. It needs a different camera angle because, like, the camera angle that zooms in, but and it needs to be one shot, obviously. It needs to be smaller. That way, it's not hitting like all of the characters. And maybe somewhat transparent. Wind's kind of transparent, right? All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw this over here. It's gonna be annoying for a second. Sorry. First thing I think I'm just gonna close this. That's okay. First thing, I think I'm just gonna make it smaller. Thanks, I appreciate it. I do like the direction it's going, but let's make it half the size. Why did it turn green? Okay. Let's try that. Geeking Gale. I just realized you're if you take the Gale from your name, right? It's kind of perfect for this sort of thing. You should be an expert here. If I pronounced it right. You know, there's also the chance that you just pronounce your name completely differently and I'm a fool. All right, let's see the spell. Okay, that looks good. I may move the action command. Like, it's nice being in the center of the screen, but it is hard to watch the action while you're doing that. Okay, so it looks pretty decent. I need to decrease the time between that finishing and this. Okay. It needs to be a one shot. Still, that's not bad. The camera angle probably needs to change. So wants to go where circles of wind come to a point in front, behind, and then focus line hits the mobile and spreads apart after it's through. Let me think about that real quick. Okay, so the camera angle, by the way, is something like this, which is kind of hard to see, but okay. So you're saying the circles of wind come to a point in front, behind, and then a focus line hits and spreads apart after it's okay. So basically you have a focus line, and once it hits the character, it's kind of spreads out. Let's put that over there. Let's see if we can make that happen. I think I understand, yeah. And you're saying just on the one thing. Yeah, I think that's going to be the challenging part. Maybe the way I have it coded may be very, very challenging is like making them cohesive, right? Like I need to basically I can say I can have code. Yeah, I can have some code that when I kill those particles, the only problem is like I kill them, like I delete them. That's why they disappear. And that's why I have the flash to kind of cover it up. But I probably could start this sooner and wait to kill them until after this is done, which would probably help. That'll be a code change, so I'll have to think about that. Okay, first off, this should be a one shot. Which is good, that looks good. But yeah, let's... Okay, so this looks like this. And that looks great. But let's try something here. If I don't have any spread, is it like a single line? Spread has no impact on that. I guess I could turn off. I could make that 1 and it'll probably be kind of a line. Is that right? Nope. Where is... I gotta think about why there's variation. Like what's driving all the variation in particles? Why aren't they just on top of each other if I have 0 spread? Right. Oh, flatness maybe? What if I go full flatness? No. That might be challenging. I'm not sure why. I might have to think about it. I'm not exactly sure just what like drives kind of them to spread out like this. If I could find it, then I could put a curve on it, but I'm actually not sure. Let me get rid of the attractor interaction. Maybe. Oh, not quite. Let's try increasing the velocity. I don't think it's working here. Okay. Oh, you know what? Check it. So yes, the spread did do that. So I think what was happening, let's put this back at 10. I think what was happening is it wasn't updating in the game because it had already loaded the shader. That's the problem. When you make changes in the shader, it doesn't do a great job keeping up with them. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back to spread here. I can't do a curve on the spread, unfortunately. How do I want to do this? Like if I have 0 spread, it's kind of that line, right? Which does look cool. It looks like a wisp of wind, but like let's give like a 2-degree spread. It doesn't look aggressive enough, I don't think. I mean, it looks cool, but not aggressive. I wonder, what about flatness? If I put flatness up. No, I think that's changing the vertical spread. So basically trying to delay the point at which it fans out, which is a little bit hard. I guess what I can do, actually, I can change my spread to 0. So change my spread here to 0. Let's turn this back on so I can see it live. I like your thought here. And I may, I do like it kind of coming up like that. Just change spread to 0. Actually, 2 was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah, 2's not bad because it has a little bit of substance to it. Okay, so 2, I'm gonna take this down to 1,000. When it's all tight like that, I can get away with that. And then what I can do is the angular velocity. Does this do anything? I don't know what angular velocity does. I feel like I can set this to a really big number or a really small number and see no difference. So I don't know. And maybe it needs a curve. Yeah, I see no change here. So I'm going to leave that. Let's see. Directional velocity. What does this do? Absolutely nothing. Okay, I know orbital velocity makes a lot of changes. So what I can do maybe, let's try this. Let's do a curve. And what I'll do is I'll set this here. And at some point, I start increasing linear acceleration. Well, that did nothing. What does this value need to be at? Oh, well, let me set this to 1:1. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Let me change these points to make sure. Oh, I set it to -1. It needs to be 0, 0, 0. Okay. So ultimately, though, let's see. Does that do what I want it to do? It does give me pretty fine control over it, which is kind of cool. It's like right there, but right at this point, it needs to spread out, right? Or maybe like right here, it starts kind of like picking up speeds where it's kind of like this thing right here kind of coming down and then it blasts back out. I don't know if I'll be able to make it where like I can take the circles of wind and do something with them. But I can make this happen faster, which will help like during the flash, which will help. We're gonna have to kind of cover it up. Okay. What about radial velocity? If I have a curve on radial velocity, it starts at 0. Let me take this to like 100. And then at the halfway point. No, that does change. It is interesting. I mean, it changes some stuff. All right. What if I take this to 1,000 instead? Definitely goes faster at that point. All right, let's see what else I got. Tangential. That might do it. Okay, let's put something kind of in the middle. Well, tangential acceleration really isn't doing anything at all. Oh, that's why. I have this at 0. It seems to be at 1. Okay, let's set these back to 0. Okay. And then somewhere up here. The only problem is it really is just like a sideways force. It's not really... Which I can make it loop a little more, which is nice, actually. I do like the looping a little more. But yeah, I want it to fan out. After it gets like through this point, fanning out would look so good. But I'm having a hard time. Damping, no. Oh, you know what? Here's an idea. It's gonna look crazy at first. Just ignore that. We got a water hose on the loose. What I need is a curve, as always. And stay at 0 up until some point. Sorry for the silence here. I do think we're getting close. Let me pull this. Okay. Okay, that's looking better. Let me go back to the linear acceleration and take that down. That wasn't really doing anything. Actually, it looked a little better before that. All right. So maybe what I need to do is increase the influence by a lot. Not that much. Okay, yes, but something closer to that. See if I can find the point. Okay, I think that's getting there. Maybe need to take this down. Oh, a smidge. I think it's a little bit too late. I think this needs to get pulled back. I think something like that is close. I think that's looking pretty good. It's not perfect, but that's sort of what you were thinking there. Let's look at it in game. I do think that's looking better. Ooh. I gotta tighten this thing up. One second. Do I anchor to reference? Yeah. One second here. I think my mic stand broke. Okay, well, that's interesting. Huh. That's weird. Okay. All right. All right, let's see what it looks like. So sorry about that. Yeah, that was probably loud. All right. See, that looks great. Okay. And then pushes him. I think that's looking pretty good. If it was a one shot, I think it would be better. So like, and if I had a better camera angle, which I can set. I think I'm probably gonna set camera angle by spell. Right now it's just kind of set. So if this was a one shot, it would look like this. So if I turn that on, it would go. Something like that. And he would slide forward. I think that's pretty good. I'm curious if I hit him from this side, because I don't know actually. I think it's gonna do the thing from the same side. I'm probably gonna have to write some code for the direction, which is fine based on where the character hits him from. Let's see what that looks like here. It's hard to hit him from the front, but at least I got a hit in there. Yeah, so that's the problem. I'm gonna have to write some code that rotates it. Oh, why is it no longer one shot? Okay, that's all right. Probably didn't register. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'll write some code later because I'm probably gonna call it a stream here pretty soon. I'm getting pretty tired. So I didn't quite finish the goal. I'll have to finish that probably offline. But that's pretty good. Okay, the one thing I wanted to do real quick, I did want to make the character slide, which I think I can do here. I think this is as easy as saying, what is this connected to? Finished? Oh, it's to itself. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think what I can do here is say, let me check something real quick. For all of my spells, do I have any that actually do anything with code on their own when they end? I think I put it here, and I could say, let's see. Character equals this. Well, I guess I don't really need to do it on my own, right? Just one time. Okay, so what I'm going to do really quick is implement the pushback. So say, or I guess it equals true. I can just do this in the process. I can say if first time I can do actually that. Let me grab this. I also only want to do it when it is loaded correctly. Okay, if first time, then what I would do is I would say character dot position. I'm gonna tween it. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Hold up. Tween. Okay, so I just create a tween. And then set property. Basically that. Okay. Losing, yeah. There's a lot going on. Yeah, sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth. But yeah, losing virginity is an interesting variable name. I probably won't call my variable name that, but... All right, yeah, I'm jumping back and forth between scripts. Sorry, I'm trying to think this through here. Where do I even call... Where do I create my tween here? Slide tween. I guess it's a global variable. Yes. Which is exactly what I want. So basically what I'm doing here is I am going to create a tween. And in that tween, I want to change my position. I'm going to start with X. The deal is I've got to pass. When I create this, I have to create and pass like the direction my character is facing. But for now, it's going to be fine. Okay, so this will be tween property character.position.x. Pounding here. Yeah. Good Gummy Bear song reference. I like it. We should write that song. Coding gummy bears. Bounding here and there. I like it. Yeah, I'm bouncing all over the place. Sorry. I think the way this works, the tweens work, is I take where I'm at. Yes, take where I'm at and I add 2 to it. So in this case, I would do this and I would say 2. Is that it? Tween property. That's the, wait, is that the final value? All right, here's what we're gonna do. Looking up documentation because I don't want to get it wrong. So object, that's the final value and that's how long. Okay, so the final value is that. All right. Well, good to see you, White Boss Gamer. Thanks for popping in here. We'll do 1 second. Okay, here's the problem. I'm going to do actually -2 because I can slide backwards. Tween property, not self, character. And then I can set first time equals false. I think that works. Actually, I would set this at the beginning. Would be good here. And it would also be good to set a timer where I delay like a second, probably. I'm just going to take this code here. So I got a monitor here, but my wife has him. All right, let's see. So that should be good. I'm actually need to go hit him because I have the monitor. I don't know if my wife can hear him or not. I'll be right back so I can take care of him. Be right back. Y'all can watch the rain real quick. Let's pull that volume back down here. Cool. All right, let's test this out. And then I'm probably going to call it a night. Oh, that's the wrong scene. There we go. Much better. Good song, though. All right, let's see. So this should push him. I think it will. Or it's going to crash. Like Nightingale. Okay. That's what I figured. That's what I assumed. Or Gale Force wins, right? All right, let's see what happens here. All right, all right. I mean, yes. It worked. Okay. Let's try that one more time. But I think that worked. Like, I love... I've set a lot of things up in a way that make a lot of this really easy. And I'm very happy with that. I've never implemented a, like, sliding mechanic before, but that was pretty easy to mechanic. I'm not sure about the line versus spray. Like, I'm not sure about the visual right now. It's okay. I got to think about it. I'll think about it offline and maybe come back. But yeah, I do think... Okay, that needs to wait longer, obviously. Like, I think that looks pretty good, honestly. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Like, the delay needs to be longer. So let's go, like, 2-second delay. Let's make it, like, 5. 2 seconds is going to already be pretty long. Dang it. Okay, before next stream, I will get a new mic stand or something. I don't know why my mic stand decided to break. Kind of strange. All right, let me test this one last thing, and then I'm done. But no, I think it's looking good. I'm a fan of this spell. So the sword's all about DPS. So I think what this could be useful for is, like, if you have somebody who you're trying to just create some space between you, or you want more people to come at you, and so you want to push someone back a little bit, you can do that. A little bit of crowd control, which is more the axe's specialty, but for the sword, like, having a couple little things is not bad. Probably just one bolt. So you're saying, like, one... I'm not sure I'm following that one. All right, let's see here. Oh, yeah. I got you. It's a screw. It's a thread. Okay. That timing was pretty good. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Let's do that one more time. Oops. I do have to pass the direction the character's facing, which should be easy. I'm already passing that data elsewhere so that it knows which way to push you. But other than that, cool. Not too bad. It's not perfect. And the wind slides with him, which I probably want to fix. I got to think about that. But overall, I think I'm pretty happy with it. All I have to do, I think, there is just slide the root back and then slide the root back forward when it's done, which I think is pretty easy. So, all right. I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I'll cast some lightning for fun here. Thanks for hanging out, though. Yeah, I had a pretty good stream. We will continue working on different spells here soon. Yeah, thanks for all the thoughts and input here. All right, So I could do, yeah, for that one I could do Child to the Originator. The only problem with that is like when I'm creating, like the way the mechanics are set up, right? Like it's a status. Yeah, I need to think about that. That is a good thought, right? Like child it to her instead of me, which actually would give me directional information as well, which is very good. I probably will end up doing something like that. I think that's a good idea. The way it's implemented right now is it's a status where if he has one of those like marks on him, right? Like I hit him. If he has one of the marks, it when it ends, it adds this status to him as well, which this status has that effect, which is push. So it adds the status to basically push him and create the little node, right? Or the particle particle effect. But yeah, I got to think about that. I could set it to be a child of my other character instead, which probably would be better. I'd have to refactor a couple things, but it wouldn't be that bad. Oh, I'm about to get rocked. Nope, I'm good. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna find someone to raid. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, Geek and Gale. It was good to catch you. Hopefully I catch you on another stream in the future. Also, if you are not familiar, we do have a Discord where we talk about the game. I post some of my promotional stuff, and you're welcome if you're working on any games as well to share whatever you want there. With that, I will find someone to raid real quick. I'm gonna raid my buddy Orbum. Orbum's great. Yeah, Orbum is a WordPress. Oh, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. My alert didn't show up, but which I'm not sure why. But that's all right. Get you an alert next time. But thanks for that follow. Hope to catch you in the future. I'm gonna raid Orbum, give him a hey guys or something. He's working on a game engine, actually. He's working on a game engine in WordPress. And yeah. I hope to catch you guys soon. Thanks again. Good night.